January is over, and we're getting the initial indicators of the housing market direction this year. First thing that jumped at me looking at January numbers was the disconnect between the listing prices and the sale prices. In January, Bay Area median home list price increased by 7.4% compared to January of 2022, while the median home sale price dropped by 5.2%. The list price was almost $120,000 higher than the sale price. Quite an unusual disbalance. Think about it. Sellers are asking for 7.4% more than last year, and buyers end up paying 5.2% less than last year. This is definitely a conflict between the buyers and the sellers. When sellers list their homes, they still live in the spring market of 2022. That is how they set the asking prices. Buyers, on the other hand, are struggling with higher interest rates and other economic uncertainties. They're expecting the home prices decline to continue. Buyers are negotiating better deals, and the numbers show that they succeed. The mismatch between the buyers and the sellers' expectations is slowing the market activity significantly. The median time to sell a home in Santa Clara and San Mateo counties in January almost tripled from the same time of last year. Now it takes 23 days instead of 8 for a median home to sell. At the same time, the number of home sales in January dropped by 42% year over year. The number of new listings decreased by 28%. Due to the slower pace of sales, the number of homes available on the market grew by 34% compared with the same time of last year. Again, this inventory increase is driven by the slowing pace of sales, not by the increase of supply of homes. This slow level of activity is projected to continue, as the number of new contracts last month dropped by 39% year over year. But the buyers' demand for homes remains strong. They're actively watching the market. As soon as mortgage interest rates started declining from the peak in November of 2022, the number of new purchase loan applications started to increase. According to the Mortgage Banker Association of America, the number of new applications jumped by 27.9% during the second week of January, followed by another 7% increase next week, and then a slight 9% decline the week after. Lower interest rates combined with the strong buyer demand and extreme shortage of inventory helped to reverse an 8-month-long Bay Area home price decline trend. January median home sale price increased by 2% compared with December of last year. All agents report that homes that are priced right and show well are getting multiple offers. The Bay Area housing market, entering the spring selling season, shows early signs of turning around and accelerating again, as Redfin economics research lead Chen Zhao predicted. Quoting from his recent blog post, prospective buyers in places like San Francisco and Austin, where prices have already fallen from a year ago, should pay close attention to a potential turnaround. It could be the time to take action, as demand and competitive offers could pick up in the coming months. And he may be right. The worst of the home price correction may be already behind us here in the Bay Area. After all, home sale prices dropped by 19% from the peak back in April of 2022. And as we are entering the spring selling season, the home sale prices are expected to grow. Spring selling season usually starts after the Super Bowl and lasts till school graduation time in June. In our area, it is the most active time of the year when many families move to be closer to schools. It is the spring selling season when we usually see the fastest and the most aggressive home price gains every year. But there are still a lot of uncertainties that may affect the housing market. The Feds increased the short-term rate by 25 basis points at their last meeting and expected to bump the rates again at their March and April meetings. Hopefully, these increases will be able to bring the inflation under control. Local layoffs and looming recession are adding another layer of concerns for the housing market. Even gas prices started climbing again. This is Michael Tallis with the Tallis team. If you have gotten value from this video, hit the like button, share it, and don't forget to subscribe so you will never miss an in-depth analysis of the Bay Area housing market. Till next time.